All right, it's a beautiful day. It's like 65 degrees in Central Florida. Humidity's subsided a bit. I've got my new long sleeve Obsessed Garage t-shirt on, and I'm gonna wash the GT3 RS, believe it or not, for the first time. So I've had it for, let's see, when was I in the mountains? That was a month ago. Yeah, SEMA and a bunch of other stuff, building a CrossFit gym and a bunch of other things have been going on. So I haven't even washed the car yet, but it's been relatively clean here in Central Florida. I've driven in the rain a bunch, but you know, the car's dirty. It's not corrected, it's not protected. It has some PPF on it, but it's not OG spec yet. But I figured we'd do a wash, talk to you about the car, talk to you about what I'm planning, what I'm thinking right now, and we'll kind of go through and assess the thing. Shouldn't be any different than washing a .1, but this is my 2019 .2 RS. So let's get moving. I don't even have a prototype of the new gun tip with the proper size 6.0 nozzle. So no one has that yet, including myself. But we're probably a month out from the new. So I have wheel cleaner in here, deleted 50/50. This is what I'm gonna use in the wheels and tires. And it foams really, really well, even sitting in here for days and days and weeks at a time. So, what's going on? The RS is I gotta go get it registered. So I'm gonna go down probably today and run down there. I'm shooting a hex vlog today as well. So I'm double dutying camera on you. I've got a lot to say after SEMA. You know, we had a backlog of videos and now we've kind of caught up to that. So I've got to get moving on getting a bunch of content out of my head into the world. And if you haven't noticed, I really don't make videos just to make videos. I only make videos that when I have something to say. It's the same thing on the vlog as well, on the in the membership platform. I'm probably going to do a vlog for the main channel this week as well. Either this week or early next week, just to update everybody on what's going on in life and business and everything else in between. But I don't contrive anything. I'm just doing what I'm doing. Obviously, I probably do more now that this is kind of my thing, kind of my job. I do more videos and more stuff than I probably would have if I had a job, but not a whole heck of a lot different than what I'd be doing just for fun, with or without the camera. So this car has looks like XPEL Ultimate on it, and it's not a very good install, and it's XPEL, which I don't like very much. You know, XPEL seems to be thicker and a little bit tougher than the others, but I want it to look the best possible. So we're likely going to do S-Tech on this car, but I need to do this and the Corvette and the M3. I'm not going to put PPF on the M3, but all three cars need some treatment. But the winter's a good time to do all this stuff, because summertime, even the decon part sucks. Oh boy. These tires are all gooped up from dealership care. It's just rejecting any kind of cleaning. Let's at least get the soap dot off. That's weird, Michelin's don't have the soap dots anymore. See all that dirt. Yeah, I think this is gonna look a lot better. I'm shooting this at like 24 millimeters on my 16 to 35 f2.8, but I'm shooting with the lights off because I really hate how it looks out here during the day on camera. Even though it's a little darker for me in here, I can see well enough that it's not affecting my washing performance. But I hate how yellow and green and weird it looks in here on camera during the day. So we're gonna try shooting this the way that I have it set up now. We'll see how it comes out. So I, like most of you, I hate that darn green stripe. And I just called Charles at Ultimate, my buddy Charles at Ultimate Auto. I was gonna do the calipers green. I just can't do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm going to get different wheels. I'm really thinking about the Vossen V, or what they call it, S21R or 1RS, something like that. So they're of the same series as the ones that I put on the Z06, but they're specific RS offsets. They're done in partnership with Tag Motorsports. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna do them in satin black. And do my first set of aftermarket wheels, and I'm gonna get Cup 2s. The Dunlops are plenty capable, but I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, I like the look of the Michelin's better. What I'll do is I'll just keep these factory wheels intact, throw them up in the attic and let them sit there, and then I'll have the stock wheels if I ever need them for anything as a backup in case you get a flat or something like that. You know, if I'd gotten a flat, I'd be inclined to go get a ride home, leave the car there, go get the tools, come back, put one of the factory wheels on, you know, in the field, drive the car home, take the other damaged or flat, go get it fixed, rather than flatbedding the car and letting somebody else mess with it. I don't want that. So this is Brake Buster. So other things I need to do to this car, or I'm going to do to this car. I mean, you really don't need to do anything to it. But what I think I'm gonna do to start is, I think I'm gonna call up AWE today. I'm gonna get the AWE exhaust to run for a little while. And then what I really wanna do, I'm gonna do the Dundon street headers with their Black Series center muffler, and then do their plenum. But I really wanna get Charles and Jamie here to shoot a video series of it, to do that install on camera together rather than just me doing it. I just think it'd be really cool. I think a lot of you would want to see that. I know I would want to see that. I'd want to do it that way. That's what I'm hoping. But this is really not fun with the stock exhaust. So we need to spruce that up a little. A new bottle should be here. This one's leaking out the bottom here. So version 1 of the bottles is pretty much a fail. I have a few of them that work and a few of them that don't. It just depends. I really don't like this hose. I need to stop complaining about it and get it changed. So I always just use wheel cleaner on this. So I think I'm gonna do an AWE probably for the winter. Then if I can get Dundon guys here in the spring, I just think we can shoot some amazing video. And I'm patient enough that I can wait. And the AWE is good enough to hold me off to do the Dundon system. And no, we're not gonna be doing Army Tricks or IPE or JCR or any of those other internet exhausts. That's what I call them, internet exhausts. We're gonna do real exhaust in this car. Real vetting and testing. Not just welding shiny pipes together, putting it on the internet. That's a term that Jamie from Dundon taught me, welding shiny pipes together. I don't want to say anybody can weld shiny pipes together, but it's a lot easier to weld shiny pipes together than to actually do testing and research. It's also nice when you can just buy somebody who's done the testing and research and then buy it and copy it. That also happens a lot. So those of you who've been around a long time, remember when I was chasing an exhaust And nobody thought it was worth any time or money or value in making exhaust for the GT3s when I just knew it. I knew this car was so great that they'd make a bunch of them, and that eventually everybody would be making exhausts. And AWE essentially made the exhaust that I wanted from the very beginning when I approached them about having, hey, let's build this exhaust. Because in the beginning, everybody was just taking a 997 bypass and putting it on a GT3 and calling it a day, saying, oh, there's nothing else we could do. And then of course I met Charles Dundon via the forum, talked to him for a couple hours, and knew that those guys were gonna make what I was looking for, which is some sort of vetted, tested exhaust that I would be incapable of pursuing or doing. And so they did it for us. And then lots of other companies then copied that long tube or equal tube, link tube design, because nobody else knew how to do it. Even the really high quality tuners. So that's what we're doing for exhaust. So I'm gonna probably buy an AWE today. The car is just so boring. Well, boring if you know what it's like with a cool exhaust on it. The loudness of just the way this car looks. I think it needs to be nasty from a sound perspective. I want it to be nasty. But I mean, stock, it does sound pretty good, but I want it to sound insane. And the AWE accomplishes that with very little drone, certainly no boominess. So, but I won't be doing catless on this car because I don't want it to turn yellow and have any of the drawbacks of that. Depending on what happens with the 992, I'm probably going to have this thing for a while, at least several years. Maybe I'll chase it a little harder this time on the 992 and only have this for a little while. I don't know. I keep telling myself I'm going to simplify, and even the last wash and talk I did, I was telling everybody how, the M5, I don't really like it, I'm going to get rid of it, but I don't know. I'm starting to think I'm going to keep that sucker. Who knows? Call me wishy-washy if you want. I don't care. I'm living the frickin' dream, playing with some of the coolest cars on the planet. At least coolest to me, anyway. I get to flip them and change them and redo them. The one thing that's sure is that I like to have projects to work on. It's what I love. So now I've figured out a way to make that my thing. It's what I do every day. I love getting all these parts and putting them on. That's the fun. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get these tires devoid of whatever heavy silicone junk they put on here. This isn't as bad as some though. That's why I hate washing cars with long sleeves. I'm interested to see how this video comes out without the lights on during the day. Only one way to find out is to try it. So I should have 7 pallets of press-all bottles come this week. I think they're clearing customs. They're in Miami right now, so hopefully we'll have them here shortly, and I hope that they made some improvements where they don't leak or break. This is version 2 of them. I'm gonna keep working through it. So interior wise, I got the GMG roll bar. I did it in satin black again, like I did in my other one. I know, so boring, but that's just the way I do it. And then I went with the, crazy green interior, which is way outside of my character, normal, my boring personality, but I would have wanted it, and I would have chickened out on it and just gone with the gray stitching and gray, regular black inserts, Alcantara inserts. But the green is pretty sick. I just don't like the green stripe on the wheels. It makes the wheels look smaller. I don't like stripes on my wheels. I mean, it's kind of cool, and I get why they do it, but I'm just gonna change it. I think I'd also like to do black here. So it has black handles, black here, and paint. I don't like wrapping stuff. Wrap does not look good. So what I may do is start experimenting with the carbon fiber PPF that S-Tech's come out with, because PPF is much better than a wrap. A wrap has much, much bigger issues with orange peel, and it scratches really easily. It has like a different texture than PPF does. PPF has texture, so a wrap has even worse texture. These wheels aren't coated. I would assume they're not. I don't know what's on this car. I wonder if they just did PPF. It doesn't appear there's anything on it, and sure doesn't look like it. I'll just dry it with some bead maker, and that'll hold me over until we get to correcting it in a few weeks. And I won't do this full of a wheel cleaning, since it has, the wheels have carbon ceramics, or the brakes are carbon ceramics. But I will do this periodically. Every once in a while, I'll do a full cleaning like I am now. So I'm gonna lower the front. We'll probably adjust the rear a little bit. I like to run the OE alignment on this, which I think is like 1.6 or 1.8, something like that. I've tried going more aggressive. I just don't like it. I love how streetable, but yet how aggressive the car still is when you just stick with the OE alignment. Okay, I do want to clean out this bucket. Get a little moldy here because I haven't washed a car in a while. Nice and clean. I always blow off this wash bay so it's also pretty clean. I've seen some people ruin their buckets, just so you know. So when you're installing your buckets, one, don't hit the plastic or the vinyl on the little tabs, and it's easy enough to not do that. But it should just slide in. If you torque it down, plastic on plastic, eventually you're gonna blow a hole in it. So don't do that. And buckets are pretty indestructible, but if you don't take care of it, and you tighten it down too much, there's no reason to torque it down, and you're gonna ruin it. And then you're gonna complain to me. It's a $10 bucket. Don't frickin' ruin it. All right, let's rinse and get set up here. So we had this whole thing pressure washed. The wash bay, so it looks a little cleaner. This is no fun. So the PPF should have some sort of top coat on it, but the rest of the car, not so much. So I'm gonna go down and register it. So in the interior, I was saying we're gonna do we'll do the GMG roll bar, Uniden R7 on a blend mount. I don't think I'm gonna do a stereo in this one like I did in my blue one. I think I'm gonna leave it. What else are we gonna do? I'll do the Renline cell phone mount. I already bought one, so I already have that to put on. Let's see, what else are we gonna do here? Obviously clean it up. That's about it on the interior. Exterior, I'm gonna take the Porsche off and do, correct it. We're gonna do G-Technic Crystal Serum on it. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do CSL or Ultra. I might do Ultra on this. I've been railing against this whole concept, this whole goofy concept of professional coatings only, that they're only available to pros. So maybe if I keep working on somebody, they'll let us buy it. What am I doing? I'm all wrapped up here. All right, let me get my bucket set up. All right, let's try this. This is Wowos, is that what it's called? Wowos? We'll call it the Rag Company's the wax on, wax off. Wowos, Wowos. I should have asked them how we say the name. but this is their soap. They sent it to me a few weeks ago before they even launched it, but I haven't washed the car. So this will be the first try. So I put 150 mLs of soap in here, in foam cannon. Let's see how it goes. Just when I need another soap to try. So yeah, the RS is gonna get lowered, but there really isn't much to do with this car. It's so great, other than just get it corrected and protected and set up. Ooh. Foams rather nicely. It was much more soluble in water. It's a little thinner. Yeah, that's nice. Smells really good too. Stupid hose. Wow, that's real nice. You know, I don't like too much foam. There's like a happy medium amount. Too much is useless. It just falls off the car. God dang. Especially it's cold out here, so the hose isn't very pliable. I like how it settles. It settles flat, so you know, it's probably settling so flat because there's nothing on the car. But a lot of, you know, if it foams too heavy, then it gets clumpy and doesn't ever settle and then run off the car. This looks pretty legit. All right, let's fill up our bucket. Yeah, that soap's settling really nicely. Let's see. I like it. There's another really interesting thing, is I've got this goofy little, looks like probably Chinese made. I don't know the story behind this, but they sent me one of these. This is a fire hose nozzle. And when you turn this on, I don't know if this is supposed to do this. I'll show you in a second, but it has like an agitation type function where it, I don't know if there's something going on with my water or if that's the way it's supposed to be, if that's how it works. But it's like, once you set it to a certain place, it like kind of pulsates in and out, which helps agitate, which is cool. I don't know, we'll see. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like 30 bucks or something like that. Put my extra soap in here. Rinse this out. Got to get a hold of the new bottle. Should be out early spring, late fall, late winter, early spring. We should see the new bottles. Let's put a little bit of extra soap on here. See, this is a much thinner soap. Thinner doesn't mean bad. Thinner a lot of times means more soluble, less salt used. Maybe I was making up that whole pulsating thing. Yeah, I think it was just the water. But man, it has such a great pattern. I don't think it's stainless, but this is pretty nice. Thanks to the gentleman who referred them to me. We're not getting as much in the bucket as we do with Adams. Let's see. The suds, not as many suds. Since Adam's soap is my gold standard, I'm always comparing to that. Yeah, dealing with the sun out here is so darn tricky. Let's wash the car. So, shoot. Ran right into my toes, dang it. I don't like getting wet when it's cool outside. It's no fun. There's PPF on here, a really crappy PPF job. There's none on the roof. I mean, why are you gonna do PPF and not protect the freaking most important part of the whole car? It's such a waste. That's when you, gosh. Am I the only one who thinks through things in life? Freaking dealerships are the worst. Anything to do with a dealership, any dealership. So wherever this car was done, I don't know what I'm doing here. haven't washed an RS in a while, not washing it correctly. Top down, man. Yeah, so can't wait to get this thing corrected, protected. I guess I can wait since I'm not getting it done. But I at least wanted to wash it the first time, get it cleaned up, maybe do a quick little vacuum of the interior, a little bead maker on it just to get a little something on it for a few weeks until I get to it. I don't want to rush it. That darn Corvette is like the red-headed stepchild. It requires so much more effort than anything else. At least that's what I feel like, spending all my time messing with that darn thing, attempting to get it correct. The headlights have a really crappy PPF job on it as well. It's like the line is like a quarter of an inch off the edge. Let's at least get the bugs off of here. But yeah, I'm gonna pull all the PPF off, correct the car. I doubt it was corrected, but who knows. I got it, it had what, 1,100, 1,200 miles on it, 1,300? It was 12 or 1,300. It's got 1,500 on it now. 15 something. So I've been driving it quite a bit. Just around town, probably drive twice a week, although I don't drive very far. Especially now that the gym is right next to HQ. The bugs off. Normally I wouldn't scrape it this much, but it's PPF, so that's coming off, so I don't really care all that much. So the more I live with this .2, the more I like, you know, the exterior I think is way better. Not way better, but I think that the design of the exterior of the .1 is better. I like the front bumper better. I like that I don't like the NACA ducts on this car, although they are functional and useful. I prefer the clean line of the hood, but on this, I love the carbon fiber roof, exposed carbon roof and wing. And I do love the, oops, wrong buckets, pay attention. But I absolutely love the painted front trunk, painted hood here. I think it's awesome to have that option. And I think what happened was they didn't have enough supply. So a lot of these cars, guys got painted and unpainted. Dang it, I keep putting in the wrong bucket. So they got a painted hood, and then they sent them an exposed carbon later after the fact. I don't know if that happened with this car, but I don't have one, so it did happen. I don't have one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the black door handles, if I'm gonna paint them or do something else. Not sure yet. Man, this car is awesome. So awesome. I get to wash in this awesome wash bay on a Tuesday morning. What a freaking life I live. Holy crap, it's awesome. So the garage giveaway's in full swing. We have a little bit more than a month left. I'm telling you, the shirts, the sweatshirts are really sick. So even if you don't win, you're at least getting something cool. The shirts, sweatshirts, hats, everything's really cool. Really nice. We got it all shipped out, so we have a bunch in stock. So if you order now, you'll probably, as long as you don't order the beanie, we don't have the beanies yet. As long as you don't order those yet, you'll get everything shipped out like today. And then you'll get a spot to enter in for the garage giveaway. Oh man, it's gonna be so cool. I can't wait. I hope somebody wins that has like a oversized 3 car. That would be sick. I don't care who wins. I just hope somebody that has a garage wins so we can do it. So we can build it. So I'm gonna go get a plate today. And probably go in, I don't know what time it is, but grab my lunch. and then go get the car registered. I'll try to transfer the plate that I have over to this one, the OGRS plate. It'll probably make me take the Villanova sticker off of it. And we'll start tweaking this thing. Again, I'm literally gonna go call AWE after I finish washing this thing. Order the exhaust that I can bolt on in an hour or so. Man, this car is so freaking awesome. So I'm not a huge fan of these big plastic things, so I might get, there's a couple of companies that make a carbon fiber version of it. So I might do that. I think it would look better with all black mirrors, carbon fiber on the one part. I might chase that here soon. Always chasing something. There's PPF down here as well. So they did a extended piece. All right, we're ready to rinse. We'll call it Snot Rocket Tuesday. I'm almost over my cold. I'm sure Bryce will love that. This soap's pretty good. Have to use the rest of the bottle. See how it goes. All right, let's rinse it.